Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Traded to Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back for episode 26 of my MLB 14 The Show, Road to the Show here with Saul Goodman of the Tampa Bay Rays. And as you can see, we are going back to our roots of sorts with the number 6 and the Will Myers stance. You guys know, if you watch the series enough, I change it around constantly, but just going with a little throwback look here. Anyway, we did have so much success in the minor leagues with the Houston Astros when we used this little setup, and I think at the point when we got traded we started messing with it a little too much probably, but oh well. I said it before, one of the reasons why I do like playing Road to the Show is because you do get to sort of experiment with so many different looks and stances and stuff like that. Like when I play 2K, I oftentimes switch my shot up a lot of the, or like, you know, a zillion times a season and just stuff like that. I mean, that part of the reason why I do enjoy playing these type of game modes is because sort of the customization, and I don't like to just stick to one thing sort of. But anyway, that's just me, and I'm sure it annoys some people, but oh well. So we got off to a decent start here against the Twins in this episode. We got a 3-game set here. Now we're on to New York, and I think we just saw the last 2 games of that Twin series, but facing Michael Pineda here in Yankee Stadium, and we take him deep to center field. That is out of here, a solo home run off of Michael Pineda, a man who just came back from injury last night. He pitched against the Baltimore Orioles. He had not pitched since April, which was amazing. I remember having him on my fantasy team, and I didn't drop him after he got suspended, and then he went on the DL, and I held on to him for a while and sort of forgot about him for a while there, but ended up picking him back up for last night, and he pitched very well. This guy's got filthy stuff, and we will see if he can rebound after, I think it was like a lat injury or something, but we take him deep twice in this game. That's a 2-run bomb in the 7th. Actually, it's a 3-run bomb, and that cuts the lead down to 1, so 2 home runs have accounted for all 4 runs the Rays have scored tonight, and we've cut the lead 5-4, taking advantage of Yankee Stadium, short porches all around. But we end up going 3 for 4 that day with the single in the 9th, tacked on to the 2 home runs I showed you guys. And Saul playing pretty well right now, but the Rays cannot say the same for them. 15.5 out of the roaring roaring Boston Red Sox, who have jumped out to a very quick 41-25 start. But anyway, Saul getting the personal recognition for his achievements, and I guess that's a good thing. When the team's not doing so well, you do want to at least be recognized for individual performances, like getting 4 RBI in a game, and we get respected enough to get intentionally walked here. We did represent the go-ahead run at that point, and we would actually end up scoring there. We would, I think the next batter hit like a 3-run double. I think it was Smoke, but anyway, that would help get us a victory in the W column, and come back the next day with a little base hit here. I'm not sure who that was off of. I didn't catch the pitcher, but looks like, I don't know who that is actually. Might be, yeah, it's Ivan Nova. I always say Ivan, but it's Ivan Nova. Here we hit one into the gap. That's going to get all the way close to the warning track there. Eventually picked up by the outfielders, but we've already got a hit today. Actually, I think we already have 2 hits today. And this day would turn into one of the best days of our career. Although not hitting the ball terribly hard, we continue to find the gaps here, as that's our 3rd hit. Now we're going to end up shooting this one the other way for our 4th hit of the day, or the evening now. That would set a new personal record with 4 hits. We had never had more than 3 in a game, and this is going to be number 5. We line this one into right field. It's stabbed by the right fielder, but 5 hits this evening for Saul Goodman, a new career high. He had never hit more than 3 in a game before this, but a big achievement right there. So that's pretty cool for a guy that struggled to hit for average in the early part of his career. If you remember the first season, we hit, I think, 230, 240 or something like that. Last year we got it up to around 300 and stumbled at the end of the year, finished around 290, and this year it's still in sort of the 290 area, but it's clear that we're making contact more, and that part of our game has definitely improved as the years have gone on. So here's a base hit back out the middle. We followed up that 5-hit game with an 0-for, but here's a little RBI single. I'm actually going to go to second here on the throw. I'm pretty good. I've just played it. Don't take that out of context. I've played enough Road to the Show and played enough MLB over the years that I sort of know. I'm pretty good at knowing where guys are going to throw it on plays like that. So, like, for example, they'll always throw it to the cutoff man there. Unless it was hit like that and it's sort of obvious they're not going to get the guy, then they'll always throw it to the cutoff man if the guy's coming home. And if you're, even if you have decent speed like Saul, I think I've got his speed up to like 70 now. If you just have decent speed, you can get to second 9 times out of 10. No worries. And so we go 1 for 4 that day with a base hit in the first inning off of the Royals. I think that might have been Bruce Chen or something. Followed up with another 1 for 4. Nothing too eventful happening, but we go to Texas, top of the 6th inning. We're going to get intentionally walked again. So the second time this episode, that'll help our OBP a little bit. But there's Justin Masterson actually pitching for the Rangers, so must have signed there a couple off seasons ago. But we go 1 for 3 that day with a walk, so we've been reaching base a lot still. I think our on base is up like in the mid 300s. Rating about 290. I think it's probably like 330, 340, something like that. But you can see our last 10 games, 11 for 40, 1 home run. Pretty sort of just consistent play. We haven't been too streaky this year. Sometimes our power comes in streaks, like we'll hit 2 home runs in a game and then won't hit another home run for another 30 at-bats or something like that. But other than that, you know, we've pretty much consistently been getting close to a hit a day. And it's rare that you see the 3 or 4 performances like you saw a couple nights ago in New York. But already with 1 hit this afternoon in Arlington, Texas. That's a grounder to the shortstop. Flips to second, and the second baseman cannot handle it. And for some reason, we got credited with the hit here. I don't know why, but we'll take it. That's pretty ridiculous. And the next batter, Smoke, did a grand slam. So that would help us en route to a 13-5 win. Odorizzi picking up the win. And our team has been a little bit flipped this year. It used to be that the pitching was always the strong point of the team, and that the offense sort of was how the team would go. If the offense would hit, and specifically if our number 4 hitter Saul Goodman would hit, then the offense would go, and so would the team. But now it's sort of the opposite. The offense is doing its part. The pitching has not been great this year. There is a 3-run double off of Yu Darvish, and luckily I don't get thrown out at third there, or even at second. I sort of made a bad base running blunder, but they decided to go home. We get a 3-run double off of Yu Darvish. That was pretty cool. Take a look at the replay. Darvish, one of the best pitchers in this game, but I do seem to hit him pretty well. I've played the Rays a couple times I rode to the show, and I do remember, you know, I always come into the game thinking, okay, this is going to be an over. Like, there's no way I'm going to hit this guy, and I usually end up getting 1 or 2 hits off of him, so I wouldn't say I hit him that well, but anyway, here's the deal we make with the Oakland A's. Brad Boxberger for Sean Doolittle. I know Doolittle's not quite as good or quite as highly rated in this game as he should be, but still, thought that was a pretty good trade for the Rays. Anyway, we're going up against Chris Archer in the Astros here, and we just absolutely smoke that high fastball. That was, actually, I think that might have been a changeup. That seemed like some soft stuff, but just absolutely smoked that. And this was a fun game because not only were we going up against the team that traded us when we were in the minor leagues, but we're also going up against the pitcher that was traded for us in Chris Archer. So definitely some nice backstories here with this game, and we're coming out showing the team why they should not have traded us as we get a solo home run here in the first. Now top of the 5th, 2 men on, and I'm going to shoot this one the other way into that sort of alley out there in left center field in Houston. That's going to get all the way to the wall. 1 run has scored. Another runner's coming around. Goodman's going to head to third on the throw. Runner's out at the plate, but Goodman does get into third. He'll get credited with a double, and then moving up to third on the throw. But still, it's an RBI double. And now top of the 9th. Up 4-2, looking for an insurance run, and Goodman, deep left center field, and there's the bat flip. You know that's gone. The deepest part of the park, well, actually it's not the deepest part of the park, it's one of the deeper parts of the park, though. Houston is sort of a hitter's park if you hit it down the lines, but you get into the gaps and the alleys, and especially straightaway center field, it is not exactly hitter-friendly, I would say. But anyway, that was a deep shot off of the little, I don't know, archway, whatever you want to call that big wall they have up there in Houston. I like Houston's ballpark. It's one of my favorite parks to play with. And MLB The Show, I used to always be the Astros when I would do like fantasy drafts and stuff because I loved playing with that ballpark. But anyway, we would get player of the game. I think it was our first player of the game of the episode. I don't even think we got player of the game the day we had 5 hits. But yeah, 2 home runs and a double will do that for you. And I think we might have even had a single at some other point in the game. I'm not too sure. We can take a look here. I want to show you guys the post-game line, but take a look at the bat flip, the Sammy Sosa hop, and all that. Yeah, we got on base. That's why I knew we got on base at some other point. But anyway, 3 for 5 with 2 home runs and 4 RBI. And once again, getting the personal recognition with the player spotlight, the Topps player spotlight. But we got a little day game after night game action here in Houston. We're going to hit that one back up the middle. Stab by Altuve. Throw to first off his back foot, and Goodman beats it out. And that is something you would not have seen 12 months ago. But Goodman's speed has gotten a lot better, and he's utilizing it a little bit there. So we're going to get another base hit back up the middle here in the second inning. That's going to bring home 2 runs. And once again, this is me knowing the ball is going to go to the cutoff man. And I get the second easily. I think we'd only get credited with the single there, but actually, no, yeah, we did get credited with the double. And we end up going 3 for 6 that day. We had another single in the 8th, but did not feel like showing it. It was just a measly little single up the middle. So anyway, take a look at our stats up to this date. I do want to do a more expanded look at my statistics at some point because I have neglected doing that so far, and we're like 80 games into the season at this point. But yeah, hitting about 290, 15 homers. We've had almost as many at-bats as we had last year already, just because if you remember, we were a part-time player for most of the year last year. And home runs are down. RBI are down, although RBI a bit more of a dependent stat, but still, some of the run production a little bit down. We will see if that kicks back up in the second half, but either way, I think last year we probably over-exceeded our home run totals and all that stuff. But that's going to be our last game of the episode. We got a deep single there. Probably should have been a double, but the runner had to hold to make sure that wasn't going to be caught. But that's going to do it. So Tampa Bay 35-45 through 80 games, halfway through the season. Not looking like this is going to be a season of anything, but we did, I think we went 5 games over 500 in that 20-game stretch I just showed. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. That's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you did enjoy. And I'm out. Peace.